This is day 4 of Advent of Code, and this challenge is called Scratchcards. The gondola takes you up. Strangely, though, the ground doesn't seem to be coming with you. You're not climbing a mountain. As the circle of snow island recedes below you, an entire new landmass suddenly appears above you. The gondola carries you to the surface of the new island and lurches into the station. As you exit the gondola, the first thing you notice is that the air here is much warmer than it was on Snow Island. It's also quite humid. Is this where the water source is? The next thing you notice is an elf sitting on the floor across the station in what seems to be a pile of colourful square cards. Oh, hello. The elf excitedly runs over to you. How may I be of service? You ask about water sources. I'm not sure. I just operate the gondola lift. That does sound like something we'd have, though this is Island. After all, I bet the gardener would know. He's on a different island, though the small kind surrounded by water, not the floating kind. We really need to come up with a better naming scheme. Tell you what, if you can help me with something quick, I'll let you borrow my boat, and you can go visit the gardener. I got all these scratch cards as gifts, but I can't figure out what I've won. The elf leads you over to the pile of colourful cards. There you discover dozens of scratch cards, all with their own opaque covering already scratched off. Picking one up, it looks like each card has 2 lists of numbers, separated by a vertical bar. A list of winning numbers, and then a list of numbers you have. You organise the information into a table, your puzzle input. As far as the elf has been able to figure out, you have to figure out which of the numbers you have appear in the list of winning numbers. The first match makes the card worth 1 point, and each match after the first doubles the point value of that card. So card 1, these are the winning numbers, and then these are your numbers. So card 1 has 5 winning numbers, and then 8 numbers that you have. Of the numbers you have, 4 of them are winning numbers. So 48, got 48, 48, 86, 86, 86, 86, 83, 83, and then 17, 17. So card 1 is worth 8 because start off with 1, then you double it to 2, you double it to 4, then you double it to 8. So card 2 has 2 winning numbers, 32, 61, so that's worth 2. These are worth no points. Okay, that sounds straightforward for part 1, so we'll first start off by copying this input into the file. We'll then do total equals 0, turn total, for line in input. We need to split by pipe, so cards equals line dot split, and we'll split up like that. Just gonna run and print cards just to make sure that's all good, and that seems to split fine. What we'll then do is winning equals cards 0 dot split by this, and we will then dot split by space. So let's print out winning to see if that worked out. That didn't. So so we split. We need to get the second or the index 1 and then split again. Okay, that did work, but I had that there. We'll do a dot trim, then split. Strip. That's right. There we go. So we'll change that to winning nums and my nums. And for this split, this is equal cards 1. And I think it's kind of the same thing, but this point forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks correct. And now we'll do card score equals 0. And we'll go for num in my nums. If num in winning nums, card score. Okay, so if it's 0, we first need to do if card score equals 0, card score equals 1, else card score times equals 2. So then when we get to down here, total plus equals card score. So I think that's all that needs to be done for that. So we got 13. I think that was correct. 13. We will now go to our puzzle input. We will grab all these cards, put them into the input here, and we will run it. And hopefully 131448 is our answer, which it isn't. So that would mean we've done something wrong. But what could we have done wrong with that? What I'll do is we'll go back to printing these out. Print winning, print my, and see if that looks correct. Ooh, there's a blank spot. Okay, so there's some instances where there's the single digit ones create the blank space. Okay, what's the best way to do that? It's annoying how that gets included in here. Okay, I'm going to change it back to the original input. What I'm going to do, line, while double space in line, line dot replace double space with single space. Line equals. Okay, that still gave 13, so we'll change it back, see if that fixed it. I don't see any single spaces, so I'm hoping that did fix it. The number is much lower now, so we'll go back to day 4, enter in the answer, and see if that fixed it, which it has. Sweet. So now on to part 2. Just as you're about to report your findings to the elf, one of you realizes that the rules have actually been printed on the back of every card this whole time. There's no such thing as points. Instead, scratch cards only cause you to win more scratch cards equal to the number of winning numbers you have. Specifically, you win copies of the scratch cards below the winning card, equal to the number of matches. So if card 10 would have 5 matching numbers, you would win 1 copy each of cards 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Copies of scratch cards are scored like normal scratch cards and have the same card number as the card they copied. So if you win a copy of card 10 and has 5 matching numbers, it would then win a copy of the same cards that the original card 10 won. Cards 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This process repeats until none of the copies cause you to win any more cards. Cards will never make you copy a card past the end of the table. This time the above example goes differently. Okay, that sounds confusing already. I'm not following it. So card 1 has 4 matching numbers, so you win 1 copy each of the next 4 cards. Cards 2, 3, 4, 5. Your original card 2 has 2 matching numbers, so you win 1 copy each of 3 and 4. Your card copy of 3 also wins 1 copy. Your original card 2 has 2 matching numbers, so you win 1 copy each of cards 3 and 4. Your copy of card 2 also wins 1 copy each of 3 and 4. Okay, so it's basically duplicating the cards. Once all of the originals have copies, so this one's ended up with 30. Okay, it's a bit hard to follow, but I think I have an idea for how that would work. So we'll do card total, and this is a dictionary, and we'll do index line in enumerate input, and what we'll do is card if index not in card total index equals 1. So we continue with, how does the card score work now? So it has 4, okay, so we're no longer multiplying, so we'll do total win equals 0, and where was it card number did? Oh, I just realized I'm editing on part 2, so let's quickly undo all that. Okay, so we got that here, and what was that card score? So we just need to do card, oh no, this is total win plus equals 1, and then how do the numbers work for this? So once all the originals and copies have been processed, you end up with 1 instance of card 1, 2 of that. Okay, so now it's just the scratch card amount. So total win for I in range total win. Actually, I just need it. I can't remember how range works actually. I'm just gonna do print I. I'm just putting something in there. I just need to see how that works. So get rid of all the prints. So it does start on 0, so okay, I think I have the range now correctly. So this would be card total index current index equals index plus I if current index not in card total current index equals 0, then we'll do this plus equals 1. Then we will do sum card total dot values. So let's see what that produces. That gave us 11, which is definitely wrong. Ah, right, I forgot to do this part. So when we get out of here, we need to do total win times equals card total index. Okay, that's not what I thought it would do. Let's print out what card total is at the very end. So 1, 2, 4, 7, 10. Okay, maybe I'm doing this wrong. So, yeah, 1 of 1, 2 of 2, but I got, should be 4 of 3. How would it be 4 of 3? So 1. Oh, I've got 0 index there. Okay, I need to change this to index plus equals 1. Now somehow got 7. There's only 6 lines. Now let's go down to here and print card total and print total win. 4. Okay, let's take a look at this. So it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, which is correct. Then number 2 goes 3, 4, which is correct. So a copy of card 2 also wins. Oh. Wait, how do I do this? So copy it. Why not? I need to do this side by side. So this is all correct. And we'll also print index just so I can actually see what I'm doing. So 1 does this, which is expected, and 4. 2 had 2 winners, so it goes to 3. 3 had 4 winners. Okay, I did the wrong math for here. So it should be total win stays the same, and this would be plus equals, how would this work? 2 to the power of card total minus 1, I think? Definitely not that. Ah, forgot to remove this part. Yep, still not correct. Definitely not. Okay, I think I'm slowly confusing myself here. So let's just read through this again. So card 1 has 4 matching numbers. So you win 1 copy each of the next 4 cards, which we see that happened here. We've now got 1 for each of these. Ooh. This is what I should have done. Card total index plus equals 1. Okay. And I definitely messed up the math there. Okay, I'm going to undo this change, get it back to what it was like before, and put this back in, see what this does. Okay, 24. Still too much, but it's slowly getting there. So total win does not need to be multiplied. Oh, it just needs to be plus equal to here, doesn't it? There we go. I didn't need to do any math, it was just... So the total wins you have on a card creates more future cards, but depending on the amount of cards you currently have, that total amount is what gets added on. Okay, so finally got that right. So we'll now run it on this. Now I've got this massive number. We will submit that. I feel like that's too big, but it wasn't. So that is day 4 of Advent of Code 2023. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on me completing the rest of Advent of Code 2023.